I think I hit that note and everything was just like, fuck. No, I'm kidding.
That was a good part one.
Cool, thank you. Yeah, that's a good part. Hey, shit's gonna happen when.
Just like SNL, and again.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to do, Joanna? You want to announce us again? And again, just say sorry about. We can. It doesn't matter. It's up to you.
Hey, Bree.
I got excited. I'm sorry.
So many people tuned in.
Thank you.
I think that's what happened.
Okay, cool. Let us know when we're live again then. We're good?
Yeah, I just didn't want you to go all the way through.
No, I appreciate that. Are we live now?
Hey, Bree, when you get a chance,
just let me know.
should I start the song over or part with?
We should start it over.
Cool. Let's go. Yeah, we'll go there.
Let's start on the third beat of these.
The 26th measure.
You're the boss. Oh, man.
This is a pleasure, honestly.
Having
Thank you
it
very
this.
much.
Yeah.
This is really fucking cool.
Yeah, you're okay.
Thank you. Oh no, it's. Hey, this is part of what happens. Make a joke out of it.
It's not like they left the club.
Exactly. Right? Now in real life, they leave it.
We're teasing them now. Union 5. That's what this is. It's a fake out. It's like Brooks Wonder.
So it's this. Everybody needs love. Let's feel free to stretch that out. And yeah, whatever. I'm just shut up. Let's fucking have fun. Great. No anything needed. Let's just do. Wow.
We can always come back.
Come back. Oh, I want to
It would help if I just
We're
hit,
gonna have a talk after. All right. Take me out.
it would help if I hit roots, you know?
Hey man, whatever. You know, I'm just not cutting through the mix. There's been some moments. I don't know if I was way out of tune, but that fade, the beginning of fade, there was a moment.
I've yet to miss a note, so I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing.
I'm sure, dude. You know what it is? This isn't the snare that I usually play. Karma.
That look you keep playing, that reminds me of the Jimmy Page thing and things make me think of. It's pretty great. That's what it immediately takes me to. So. Yeah. He's pretty cool. Pretty cool guy. I never met him.
They do tea and crumpets every other year.
Oh yeah, no.
He prefers James, but right?
Pick his thieves.
Might get loud.
I don't make a big deal out of it. It's not shit, but yeah.
Yeah, it's not as big of a deal.
Should I keep my pants on or?
Yeah, just let us know.
Dicks out? We're good?
Yeah,
We
are
going
you guys
dicks
good?
out? We going dicks out?
Yeah. All right, we're good. Hey, everybody. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties. That's what happens when you got so much groove happening. But we're going to be kicking that song off from the top. It's called Only a Chill, and this is the Cooley Underground, but you already know that. Appreciate you listening. rest of my life, you know I always will. If being spread out, being spread too thin, they'll know that you can't see yourself every day, yeah. And dollar per hour's gonna get me somewhere, and it's all for nothing, or you, man. She said, it's only a chill. Tickets always make you feel alive. When you go with the lead and you don't think twice, and home becomes another memory, the bleeding heart for the world to feed. Got my blinders on, though it's been some years, and the open arms of this list of fears. And I think I'm realizing ever since I met you, realizing too late, what good would it do? She said, it's only chill. She said, yeah, it's only a chill. Hey!
It's really cool how you're doing that.
Oh,
The sitar.
yeah, it turns into a sitar at some point, yeah. All right, that was a tune called Only a Chill. We appreciate you guys listening. We apologize also for those technical difficulties. That's just bound to happen sometimes. But we're going to keep it going here. This next tune is actually by the Drive-By Truckers, and I think it's a good vibe to be putting out there these days. But hopefully you guys are having a good start to your weekend. It's pretty cool how we could be just playing right into your homes. But
People are like eating dinner, watching
yeah,
you.
yeah, you might be mid-chew right now.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder what you're all eating.
Scary.
All right, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
the setting of the sun. The sunsets we can cry over, put our troubles on the run. More days of milk is above. Good people, they got love. Everybody needs to love, love, love. Everybody needs love, 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 love. Everybody needs to love, love, love. Just like they need the sun and moon and stars up above. Go around say I need nobody to be happy at home. Once that day, found myself in trouble, way down, without a friend. Long came my love, I'm a real good woman, yeah. Say she loved me to the end. Everybody needs to love, love, love. Everybody needs love, 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 love. Everybody needs a love, love, love. Just like they need the sun and moon and stars up above. Everybody needs a love, love, love. Everybody needs love, love, love. Everybody needs a love, love, love. Just like they need the sun and moon and stars up above. The Drive-By Truckers. All right, thanks for hanging in there with us. My name is Matthew Kopecky. It's a pleasure being able to play some of my originals for you guys tonight. And
give him a hand, people.
And even bigger pleasure to playing with all these folks here. So we're gonna actually go ahead and do another cover here. Gonna do a take on a Radiohead tune called Body Snatchers. Any moment now.
Watch out.
We're keeping you guys on your toes. Hey, cheers, everybody. Thank you very much. Hope you're having a good start to your weekend. We appreciate being able to play some music for you.
Sorry if anybody's wearing headphones.
This is a tune called Body Snatchers. magic pose. Blink your eyes. One for yes, two for no. I have no idea what I am talking about. My mouth on till I can't get out. South, backbone, a pale imitation with the edges down low. I have no idea what I am talking about. My mind only moves with hair up your arms. Lights cut out for you, cause the lights cut out for me. In the 21st century, in the 21st century, they cut you down like a dog, and they brought you to my knee. Oh, skin maker for me, yeah, dark skin maker for me, yeah. All the lines are down my face, all the lines are down my face. All anyone else can see, all anyone else can see. I'm alive. You see it coming, you see it coming, you see it coming, you see it coming. Gotta get some blood flowing on that one. Body Snatchers Radiohead. My name's Matthew Kopecky. It's a pleasure to be here playing some music for you guys. We are at the Cooley Underground. Let me tune back up. We got a couple more for you. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button on this channel if you like good music and other groups around the area. They host around here.
Is there a corner we can point to? I've always wanted to do that.
Oh, for the button? Yeah, just point to any corner. We'll figure it out.
It's right here, we're here. It'll be everywhere.
If everyone does a corner,
It'll be anywhere you point. A broken clock. 3 teams.
It's like whack-a-mole. Click it before it goes away.
All over, baby.
this next tune is called I Want to Be Ready. And it's another original here. I'm going to take it down a click or two. But it's going to be on one of these upcoming records, EPs, whatever.
You're getting all of it. Not holding back.
Let me take a sip out. Cheers, you guys, one more time. Thank you for listening. this my time? Intangible, but so finite. No, I don't want to spend the hours of my life punching in the days early, punching out and struggling to survive. Saying, yeah. No, I don't want to leave this fireside. My head in the wrong direction, get so cold and I don't trust these eyes. No, I don't want to think too much of what might. Put one foot in front of the other, get scared and I don't trust the other. And we'll be saying, we'll be saying, and the roots grow deep, they make our hearts strong. Checking out, may your branches grow long. You plant your feet, you're more than you know. With each beat, you hear the echoes. We'll be saying, we'll be singing. I wanna be ready, ooh, when the day comes. I wanna be ready for the greatness of your love all my life. I wanna feel something there, so you're so sure, ooh, prophecies from the good. Everything that came before is up above all my life. I wanna feel something there. We'll be saying, we'll be saying, ask you to please stay and fight the fight far in the distance unknown lane. I've asked you to please stay, have faith in this long shine, have faith in this long. Hey! Thank you very much, guys. We appreciate it. All right, one more time. We got Nate Hockenberry back here on the drums, Colin Jostoff on the keyboard, Johnny Hewitt, Emily Douglas, Anna Rogers, Ryan Cooper, Kevin McMahon. My name is Matthew Kopecky. We're at the Cooley Underground here. Hit that subscribe button. Look me up online. Hit that subscribe button for the Cooley Underground. We got one more for you called King of the Make Believe, and we hope to see you again out in real life or on the interwebs. And have a good rest of your weekend. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. There's a road at the edge of town, same one we're all dreaming about. Nothing had getting lost in the clouds. Half your life don't remember how. Easy as the needle to the groove, as your favorite song ends too soon. Catches on, you remember the tune. Starts off golden, then on to the blues. Hey! No place where we could be. Open arms on benches, lay out in the sun, and dance the night away. Well, the stars are not getting free. I'm the king of the make-believe. Morning comes something, dreams something lost. At the end, will you pay up your costs? Didn't want much, but needed a lot, none of which could ever be bought. Do you know a place where we could be? Open our eyes up and just breathe in, breathe out, feel our almost forgotten how. So right, so free, holding on for better days. We out in Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you listening. My name is Matt Kopecky. You can find my album online, Home Cooked. We're here at the Cooley Underground, and hope to see you again. Appreciate you. Thank you, guys.
Cooley Underground thanks you too. Thank you everybody for joining in.
Waving at all the cameras.
Until next time.
Am I in frame?
Coda coded.
Are we live?
Yo, yo, yo.
Welcome back, everybody. If you stayed with us, you're a champ. And welcome back. We're glad to present to you Matthew Kopecky. This is his album release, EP show, I should say. He is a home-cooked EP that he produced and recorded mostly all of himself, if I'm not mistaken, except for with the help of a few friends.
Yeah, you guys are on.
We
it.
are.
And then we had the Little Birds who are singing. And then you can't see him now, but he's behind the camera. Zach Darcy is on drums for Coda Coding and Take It or Leave It. You guys are on later tracks. A lot of help from friends. And Mike Kriegelstein helped me mix and master it. So
That's awesome, yeah. Yeah, the 2 tracks that have been released sound amazing. It's great to hear back like the work that we did and the work we put in, and the work you put in is just coming to life, you know. And it's great to see a local artist, you know, really bring that stuff to the forefront. So
thank you.
What kind of inspired you to start writing those songs? Like, what are some things that inspire you to write a few of them, if all of them?
Those songs, I don't know. I mean, a lot of them are kind of bouncing around my head for the past while. And I guess kind of turning 30 and looking back, getting at a point in your life where you have enough distance to look back at earlier points and feel like, whoa, look at that person almost as like a separate yourself from being that same.
From the experience.
Exactly. But then also around that time period, there was just a lot of like big things that happened in life that needed to be expressed somehow, and you guys as songwriters would know.
I totally
think
agree.
so.
Yeah, it's great when you can kind of just, like you said, distance yourself from the situation and examine it, and you're able to bring maybe like a tragic situation. You know, there's an element of creativity that brings new light to it, and instead of it being a mistake, it's more of like the best part of the change that you needed to get to the next step in your life.
Totally, and so that's kind of where those tunes came from, and I don't know. Spent the better part of that whole lockdown just tracking them in my garage. I kind of shifted that into a little recording studio, for lack of a better term. I'd been renting a rehearsal
Sweet
space.
digs, I gotta say.
Yeah, that's where you
Feel
guys came.
very comfortable
Yeah.
when I'm over there recording.
And much like this, it's constantly changing, constantly trying to improve on it. I really dig what you guys have going on here. And the groups that you've had here have been awesome. It's
Yeah.
been really cool getting to know you guys, playing music with you. And
Strive for progress.
yeah.
Because then you never stop learning.
No, hopefully not. And I guess the beginning of those songs, some of the drums were tracked at my old rehearsal space. I was renting a spot in downtown Wheaton for the past 10 years, but then lockdown happened, and the band I was playing with, Oblion Arrow, was no longer doing our thing, so it just didn't really make sense to continue with that space.
Yeah.
So I transferred the garage into recording space, and spent the better part of when there was no gigs.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me. Just writing and recording these tunes, and then
Doing some
we are.
DIY, you know, can teach you a lot about your strengths that maybe you didn't know about. You know, and like, even though it's a separate discipline, it can have influence on your music. It can have influence on your relationships, and you know, the way you see things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I admire your lyrics, your writing ability. It definitely feels like it's coming from a sincere place of experience, and I would say like you're speaking from a place of hindsight. At times, and it's very like poised. You know, like you can get elaborate with your imagery and wordplay. So it's
Thank you.
It kind of brings the listener more into the story, and the song keeps you with. I get sucked in every time, and I'm playing it. But
that's cool, man.
Before that, even it just has a way. Like Howl, especially.
Awesome.
That like immediately when I start listening to it, gets you in a trance.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's like a tribal pulse to it that you immediately latch onto.
That's very cool. Honestly, it's hard for me not to get, to a certain degree, self-conscious about the lyrics. I could forget, and then I print them out, and then we come here for the rehearsal, and I'm like,
It happens to us.
It happens to me. Yeah, it was really nervous. I was really nervous just to like release like lyrics that were touching me in a way where I felt
Yeah.
like I needed to get it out. Like it wasn't my choice whether or not I wanted to do it or not. You know,
Totally.
it was something that I needed to get out of my system. So it can be scary to do that in front of a room full of people who you're not sure if they're really compelled by any of what you're doing.
I mean, I proudly will put that out there, but there's always a certain like I don't know, knee jerk of this is about as personal or real as I can get is in the songs. I you know,
Really
I mean,
some ways it's self-expression in its truest form. You know,
It is.
it's a beautiful thing.
we can hang out for years, and I'll mostly just do fart jokes.
That's why I feel like people look for
Yeah.
the witness.
But I mean, for me, yeah, songwriting's always been where I can kind of lay it out there in a way that I normally wouldn't in conversation or something. I
No,
guess.
yeah. Like I said, most people, I'm not saying most people, but it seems like a lot of people have a hard time finding a vessel in which to do that with, to get like an outlet that they can just, you know, release any stress or anxiety that may be hard to do with people that you know. You know, people will like to, will give you a list of things that are worrying them, and instead of putting into practice something that might, you know, benefit them down the road, you know, they won't turn to something that's fruitful and organic. But I agree with you. The music is the way to get it out. I couldn't for a while, and it came out in other ways. So it was nice to have a place to, you know, do it properly and be a reliable asset. So.
Well, I mean, How to Live, the song you guys put out a
Yes.
couple months ago. That's
Yeah,
really
no, I was great. I was like, I'm gonna get on Spotify again, and this is a great way to come back to the world. With something that was very honest, and I felt like I was very proud of. So.
And the lyrics for that are just as sincere as anything, you know, and but in a different. I admire it in the way like, oh, I wouldn't write that, and I really dig it,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't write that.
That
Yeah,
one
that's
for like my verse, that one was a really touchy subject, and I feel like that was like on the same topic as getting out what needed to kind of go, and it fit perfect with what he wanted and what he was doing.
Oh yeah.
It was
Yeah.
super
That was
fun.
that was instant chemistry,
Yeah.
because she was already familiar with that style of music, and she was eager to, you know, learn a little bit more about where I was coming from, my musical background. So it was a great way to kind of show her, you know, steps that I've done, or like, you know, tricks and techniques that I've tried out. And you know, she's like rap singing over this thing, and it's like
That's
so
also
catchy.
something
I love her
rap.
verse, like way better than mine.
That's not necessarily in my wheelhouse at this point. The wheelhouse is growing, so
Yeah,
don't
I
get.
know.
I love
don't
your
get-
style. Like,
Yeah,
it's great too, because like as a core, you know, it's a core like pillar in my musical background when I was first learning guitar, because there you play with so much space in this type of music, and you can really
Yeah.
create scenes, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
thanks.
you can paint and just get very creative in with using very little, you know. And I think it's more powerful. It speaks louder, you know, when you're not trying to cram so much in at once.
Yeah, for sure. Less is more, and
Mhm.
especially on some of those songs. I mean, you mentioned Howls was literally the same chord progression from front to back, you know, and and it's a longer tune of mine that are out of that EP. So it's like it's all vibes and dynamics, and you know, it's not like there's a bunch of notes happening. It's just trying to paint
Yeah, I
with
know.
those notes that are
You
happening.
did.
It evokes an emotion for sure. Like,
And
Oh, yeah.
and
and,
if
and anybody, I don't think it's a type of song that anybody wouldn't turn from, you know,
Oh, that's
would
fucking
or,
cool.
or anybody would turn from, because, like I said, it's got that tribal pulse. That's like it's like beginning from our
yeah.
ancestors. I don't know, something about it, just like it feels like home. you
That's
know?
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for that one sonically, in my head, I believe it's its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I always had in my head, you know, the beats just straight up like those early kind of like soul doo-wop-y girl groups, like the Ronettes, or like a lot of Phil Spector, like boom, 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 gah,
Yeah,
boom,
yeah.
boom, boom, like big wall of sound reverb. And then, you know, I've a lot more like I listen to whatever, but I think I was always hearing like a more like Grizzly Bear, or like a Wilco-y kind
Yeah,
of
there's-
experimental on the melodic side of it. But the rhythm section, I was always hearing that kind of like early I don't know. Yeah.
It definitely has
Spector
it's like
production.
a depth to it. Like that's what I get when I'm like in the song immediately. And then Emily and Jen's vocals for Go Around. What moves us makes us go around. When I was listening to like the second time, third time, it really hit me.
That's awesome.
And it was just a great phrase.
Cool.
And their vocals are just heavenly. So it really brings the whole piece together.
Those lines we actually kind of we had like a melody kind of bouncing around. The verses were already had been written and recorded and everything, but when they came over to record the backup vocals, we kind of just talked about that section and like, okay, what are those words? And yeah, I like
great.
them too.
I appreciate you giving us a lot of freedom, like creative control when we were doing Fade. You know, and we came.
That was
He was setting up, and then he went upstairs to get something, but he gave us just enough space to kind of like come up with our little.
Really, I stood right outside the door.
You
No, I'm
just
kidding.
I was waiting eagerly, like, all right. Yes,
No, but I
that's
mean,
it.
sometimes it's a matter of like just finding the space to loosen up. At least for me personally,
I
like
think it's sorry.
no. I mean,
I think it's really cool that you give music. The cat just fell off the music stand.
Cricket,
I think
is that
it's
the cat?
yeah, he just fell off the music stand.
no.
Want to say
That's
something?
awesome.
You got something to say, buddy?
That's
I,
really
I
cool.
think it's really cool that you give the people that are in this project the creative space as well, because I feel like it's really kind of rare to find that in a lot of musicians, because they're like, I want it to be, which it's their given right because they're creating it, but with you is a little different because you allowed every single person in it to have their creative space, and that's really cool.
Well, I appreciate that. I think it's to the betterment of the songs and the project, honestly, because like Fade or Coda Coding, both the ones you guys are on, you're singing things and you were throwing ideas out there that, again, I wouldn't have come up with. And like one thing it was drawn to about your guys' musicianship, just first meeting you, was your vocally, your freedom, the freedom to try things. You both go for things and have the ability to do these kind of like soulful runs, none of which are really, you know, it's something I would like to strive to do, and I would like to surround myself with that kind of creative freedom to be like, fuck it, I'm gonna go for something, rather than like,
I feel like you are getting more comfortable with that too.
The
I'm
Cooley,
trying,
the
yeah,
Cooley
yeah.
gives free vocal lessons to anybody who showcases their EP.
Oh shit! I'll see you Tuesday.
Yeah.
No.
What? This is a hard question. Who are some of your favorite artists or artists that inspire you? Can be local, can be not local.
Oh, okay.
It could be either one. If it's a local artist or if it's like someone famous. Who are some artists that inspire you?
I guess to not just sit here and think about trying.
I know. I'm
think
sorry.
of
That's
everything.
a really
No.
tough question.
I would say like who I was listening to or what I was thinking about through the EP, the recording of these tunes. I've always thought my tunes would come like I would use Wilco as an example of like, okay, you know, I'm writing on an acoustic guitar, but I don't want them to be like, I know I'm not like some in the box folk thing. I want to be able to rock out. I want to be able to get experimental.
Yeah.
Wilco does all those things, and I don't think I sound like them, but I throw them out as an example of like in that ballpark of like that palette.
That's awesome.
That'll get people's attention for sure, because I mean they're legendary in Chicago, especially.
Yeah,
but,
right.
And that's what I think you do have that way of like keeping a core style, but being able to like Swiss Army knife. You have different tools that you can play with, and you can create different atmospheres with your music.
Oh yeah, and then that was in part why I was trying to think of the covers that we played tonight. It was like maybe representing a little angle of the sound in each one of what did we do? We did and as I progress and playing with you guys in different projects and stuff and other projects, there's nothing more fun and than getting a room full of people dancing, right?
it's
And
fun.
For real.
not my original tunes to this point. I feel like hopefully I can get a room at this. Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Hopefully I can get a
Did
room.
you take your Allegra before you
I did
came
not
here?
take my
Okay.
Allegra, but it's worth it. We need some cuddle time. There's what was I saying?
About playing in a room with people.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Sorry.
There's nothing better than playing in getting a room full of people dancing, right? which we're all missing at this point. But my tunes, I feel like, thank you, Zach. At this point, my tunes at this point maybe, hopefully, can get a room full of people to be moved emotionally in one way or another. But I don't know if they're necessarily always going to get everyone dancing. So as I move forward, I'd like to have more ability to do that in my originals too, some upbeat shit. So that's why I was like, okay, we need the Talking Heads. I love that tune. I love music
It's
like
cool
You
that.
have
seeing
And
dynamics
that
in your
too.
music, which helps it like carry through. Because some bands will have like if they'll be upbeat, energized all the time. Like that's great, but with you, it's a little variance, you know, because you'll have like it's kind of like a thematic. There's a thematic element to it. You'll have highs, you'll have lows.
yeah.
You'll have times where things are just out of control,
Mhm.
but it's like controlled chaos. You know, I felt
Well,
like
that's
I
what that
think the
Radiohead
Body
tune-
Snatchers
Yeah.
tune
I
was
love that.
pretty tight.
That was
Hope you all enjoyed it. If anybody's a big fan of In Rainbows, and you'll appreciate that.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, that's the. You see, but the point with Body Snatchers, why I thought of that one, because I had kind of been
Great
sitting.
choice, by the way. Yeah.
Thanks. I'm glad it worked out. I felt it was a lot of fun. My
It was cool
idea,
to
I
see
wanted
you
to
in
be able
that.
to rock out.
Yeah,
like,
dude. Yeah, you're a different animal. I was
yeah,
like, whoa,
I was like,
oh my
who is
God.
that? But it was really cool.
Hello? Yeah, it's fun to be able to get like that. And again, same thing as like with the dancing stuff. I don't know if my original tunes always supply that sort of raw energy. So being able to pick a tune where we can kind of cut
Yeah, it
loose
was a
and
good word.
break
It
a
was
sweat.
raw for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, it felt gritty and like
Yeah.
almost punk a little
That's
bit.
what I'm
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
do,
no,
yeah.
it was great, dude.
I gotta
Go back to my roots.
Yeah.
It was like breaking bases on stage.
So, and then the drive-by truckers is kind of more in my wheelhouse too. Of that.
Yeah, I dug it. You know,
Yeah.
I felt like it came short a little by the leaves, but like the other day we were practicing and I
please.
really dug it. Like I
Yeah.
really dug the feel of it. So, and I know I've heard the song before, but I never got to play it before,
Yeah.
so it was cool.
Oh, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure playing with you guys tonight. Man.
Mhm.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Cheers. Wait,
definitely.
what happened to you?
Working.
Where
Oh shit.
where can I'm gonna reel it back in a little bit. Where can we find your music? I know on Spotify. I know you put out a few like lyric videos, which are really cool.
Thanks.
It was awesome. Where else can
Yeah,
we find
that's
your music,
great.
if anywhere?
Sorry, I just saw that like on Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever it was, and I was like, oh, snap! Like
Oh,
that's a nice add-on to what you have going on here with the promotion for your album.
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, my last group, Oblio Nero, we put out a video for each song on our record, and that's always something I like the idea of. In this day and age, I mean, everyone's, you know, the more shit you can get out there, the more different ways you can get eyes or ears on your music.
Yeah. No time like the present right now. You know, it's actually very accessible.
So that's honestly just stuff I either, put the sun, my phone on my dashboard as I'm driving, and the sun's like beating down on it. I'm like, if I slow that down, and just
That's good though.
try and make some weird shit. I don't know.
I
That's
dig it.
really
I
cool,
think we
though.
were talking about bringing you back for an acoustic set too.
Oh yeah.
I would love that. I would
Awesome.
love that.
We
Yeah.
we can do like an
We will
acoustic
keep
rendition
everybody
of like
updated on
one of these
that.
songs.
No, that
Yeah.
would definitely.
Do you
Maybe
have any?
Kopecky unplugged,
Yes.
but you're plugged in still.
No, yeah. plugged in, streaming unplugged.
On the topic of performing, do you have any shows coming up at all?
This man's a working man.
Yeah, no, definitely. January 28th, I'll be doing solo unplugged,
Awesome.
plugged in, and unplugged streaming.
That's why I had
Solo.
Unplugged and plugged.
No, yeah, I'll be playing over at the Bunker. That's another thing they have.
Oh hell
Oh,
yeah!
yeah.
Shout out Fletch.
Fletch.
Yeah.
Shout out Fletch.
You
Down
guys
at the
were there,
Bunker.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We did
Yeah,
it.
that was
Rogers
one
and
of our
Cooper's
first
thing.
live streams of the summer.
That's
that was
really
really where
cool.
we got kind of our feet wet with it. So that was really cool. Yeah, if you're watching, man, you're supposed to be here. I invited you.
I'll be there.
Spicy.
Just kidding. I
Damn.
love you, Fletch. Thank you for
Spicy.
everything. Thank you for everything that you've done, and like for you doing what we're trying to help the community as much as possible. So it's good to see that people are in their corners.
I really like what
and
they're doing
keeping it
too,
strong.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, they got a good thing. Yeah.
I'm still new
Okay,
at this, as you
So
can
the
tell.
Bunker.
The Bunker on the 28th.
On the
The 29th, I'll be doing a quick opening spot for buddy of mine that I went to, elementary school. He's a stand-up comedian. He's doing really well for himself.
Awesome.
Critiques Srivastava. He just put out an album, Nick and Sheila's Kid, and it was actually number one on Amazon.
awesome.
Oh,
I'm gonna
and
check that out.
all that stuff.
I
Yeah.
love
So
it.
I'll be
Mhm.
doing a quick little opening spot for him. I forget the name of the exact show, what it would be, but that'll be on the 29th, and then February 27th, I'll be over at the law office. As
Love
far
the
as like
law
stuff around
office.
town, Yeah, that's one
love
of my
the
favorite
Law
spots.
Office.
I don't mean to just
Ben,
breeze
shout
over
out
Yeah.
to Ben and Josh.
It's like the Law Office. They know I love. Yeah, no, but that's one of the best spots around. And yeah, that'll be kind of that's it for the original stuff at the moment. I'll be back. Got a bunch of stuff I'm working on, and for shows around town, I'll be at D&G Brewing the 23rd.
Brandon, shout out Brandon.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just staying busy. Hopefully, be over here jamming with you guys.
Yeah, please, man, come over more.
Yeah, please. Come on.
And this, I just want to say thank you for putting this together. Thank you for doing what you do, man.
Honestly.
It's a pleasure
Thank
and an
you.
honor. Seriously,
Appreciate it.
more people like you, man. Just keep the dream alive. And you're one of the inspirations around here, honestly, for
Oh,
local
yeah.
artists. If
Wow.
she had to ask me, like,
That
yeah, you're
means a
doing it
lot.
big time.
Yeah.
And it means a lot to me.
And you're helping out a lot of other people too.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
awesome.
Well,
Creating
the feeling
memories.
is mutual. Thank you guys. Honestly, I appreciate it. Thank you for making this whole thing
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
happen.
Shout out Brian Keane and David Shine.
Yes, thank you guys.
Ow.
Thank you.
Real
Okay.
MVPs.
Awesome.
One
Good
of-
night, everybody.
One of
Oh.
my sorry. One of my
No. That's-
one of my last questions
No,
is
I didn't mean to. I mean, either way, I hope you're having a good night. Is what I meant.
Yes.
Well, they had the wrap up kind of like thing.
I
going
know,
on.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I ruined it.
Psych. No.
Psych. Where can we find your social media? Like what? That was not a good question. What social media are you on, and
Yeah,
where can we find you?
For sure. No, I'm on most of the social media.
Made sense to me.
YouTube, look me up, Matthew Kopecky. Instagram is Matthew Kopecky Music, and Spotify, Matthew Kopecky. That's spelled Kopecky. And Facebook, same thing. Yeah, my Facebook page, Matthew Kopecky. Yeah, that's it.
Sweet.
Thank you guys again for tuning in.
Yeah. Give him a follow. Do everything. I don't know what camera. Give him a follow. Like all of his stuff. He's a great artist. Thank you for supporting us. Thank
What's
you
the
for
next-
supporting.
What's the next single that's coming out?
Oh yeah.
Then I mean, actually, Howl I kind of trickled out there.
Oh.
If you're already following, you know.
Yes.
But
So
the rest of the
follow
EP
him.
will just come out on February 4th.
Okay, cool. It's
Awesome.
gonna get dropped without you knowing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sneaky.
Well, we love you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Much
The
love.
Cooley appreciates you.
Take care of each other.
Take care of each other. Stay safe. We love you. Bye.
Toodles. This is what happens after.
After hours at the Cooley.
That's a- Wow.
After hours at
This
the
was
Cooley.
unauthorized.
We're still rolling. And now it's time to go. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye. Ah.
Oh, reverb.